MONSTERBASS's August box. That's what I was looking for. Blanking on a name there. Let's see, obviously I ain't opened it yet. Literally just got it in the mail. Today is August 1st. Enjoy the nice background of the barn with the private property, no trespassing. Ignore the sign unless you're trespassing, I guess. Wow. Just gonna throw this away now so it doesn't blow away. Because I know what'll happen if I set it down and be chasing it around as soon as it blows around. So, move it back. This is the clear bag. It usually comes in a clear bag. One time it did come in a box. I don't know why, but it was just like 1 month it seemed it came in a box. But it usually comes in a Ziploc clear bag like this, as you can see. It's kind of nice for holding baits and stuff. I've got beefcake. The old beefcake jerky, if you follow Andrew Flair. Supposedly it's good stuff, but I've never tried it. These books, you can go through them. They'll have little tips, tricks, ads, as you can see. Just if you can read. I personally can't read, so no point in me doing this because I'm just kidding. They do have a video on it, so if you can't read, scan some barcodes and it'll help you out there. You get to benefits and stuff, but they do also do videos over these things as well. They always send a handful of stickers too, it seems. I've got a whole pile of stickers. One of these days I'll put them somewhere, I guess. There's one of them, if you can see that. Usually send some pretty cool pictures. 99% of the time be a bass or something, as you can tell, but it is monster bass. This edition, though, that I get is bass and panfish, because I don't go for just bass. I go for a little bit of everything. So I like diversity. Also, you get a golden ticket in each box. So if you follow like some of their videos and stuff, you can win stuff based off these tickets. So always keep those and pay attention. First thing we got is some curly tail worms, and this takes me back to my childhood of catching bass in ponds with my grandpa and my brother. Papa used to show me all the time. That's like pretty much what he got me started on for bass, was pretty much the same exact thing you're seeing right here. Curly tail, this color as well, is what we used, and we caught a lot of bass on these growing up. 90% of the time, well, I'd say half the time we were running weightless, just Texas rigging it weightless to get through, because we were fishing farm ponds out in Oklahoma, so a lot of weeds and stuff. But sometimes we'd throw a little split shot on it and let it sink, cast right into the middle of the pond, let it sink, and just slowly reel it in, and we would hammer bass all day long like that. So that's a throwback there. I like that color. That is if you're fishing for bass and you can't catch one on that worm, there's probably no bass there. Like, pack your stuff, go home. If you whip that thing out and you're getting nothing, no hits, go home, because there's no bass there. Also, these are pretty good. Next thing we got, some little hooks. Those will be nice for worm fishing, cricket fishing, for perch. So growing up, I called perch bluegill, red ear, sunfish. All of those, growing up, we just called perch. Moving out to the East Coast, I realized what actual perch are, and that sunfish are not perch. So I refer to them as perch still. Guilty. Bluegill is what I'm meaning pretty much. So those are amazing for panfish in general. So that is nice. And they've got a little curve to them, so I'm curious on the shaft, you could say. There's a little bend in it. I'm curious how that'll play out. Next thing we have is what appears to be a deep diving crankbait. Oh yes, no, see, there you go, deep diving crankbait. I like the color of it. It looks good. It's got quite the bill on it. So this thing 0 to 8 foot depth, 3/8 ounce, 2 1/4 inch length. Looks great. I personally don't fish crankbait much. I'm not a big crankbait guy, and you know, maybe that's something I need to get into more. I've tried fishing them. I don't care for it. I'm more of stick to the old school ways when it comes to bass fishing, I guess you could say. That, and I'm also just not a fan of treble hooks. I don't like having multiple trebles in a fish's mouth when they're flopping around. You're trying to reach your hand in there, because I feel like I'm just asking to get a hook in my hand, leg, wherever. And right as I say that, I see another crankbait. Don't get me wrong, these things look amazing. I've got so many crankbaits, I just don't use them. Maybe I'll give them away or something, do a giveaway. Or maybe I'll start using them. Ultimate Strike Shad, 1/2 ounce. This one doesn't have as hefty of a bill on it, so I don't know the depth on this one, and it doesn't say the depth. I would assume it's probably like a 3 to 6 foot or 3 to 5 or something, just from the looks of it. And it's got kind of like a perch color to it. This perch color, or this color on here, they call it laser perch. Looks pretty good. I don't know if you can see that. I hope so. Hope it focuses on that. And this is from 8B8 Lab. B8 Lab, I guess. Or 8B8 Lab. 8B8 Lab. Tournament winning action. Probably screwed the pronunciation of that up. Here we've got a spinner bait. It's got like a nice pink color. This is a MONSTERBASS spinner bait. It looks pretty good. 3/8 ounce. It's got a 5/0 mustad hook on it. Double willow blade. I like that. Like, it's like a pink purple color. Hopefully you can see that. I don't know if it'll see the like changing in it and the variants. Looks really good. I will sometimes throw spinner baits, especially in little lakes or ponds. Grew up doing a lot of that, so it's still, that is one thing that sometimes I would throw with one of my childhood buddies, with spinner baits, and we would mash some bass up. So I'm curious. I'm also curious how that would do if it would catch a snakehead. If you know me, you know I love northern snakehead. And if you keep up with that, check out my Instagram. I post a lot of what I catch on there, and a lot of stuff I do on my Instagram, which is Scribs Outdoors. Definitely check it out. A lot of cool stuff on there, and I might be a little biased, but it is pretty cool. Next thing we got is from Big Bite Baits, and this looks pretty deadly for some crappie. They call this the 2.5 inch Kamikaze Swim On. Blue pearl with a chartreuse tail. That looks pretty lethal. We're opening one of these up right now. That looks pretty lethal for some crappie. And I've been slacking on my crappie fishing this year, so Lord knows I need to go fix that. And this might be the ticket to do that. I'm going to get you one of these to look at, because this on like a 32nd ounce jig head, you can't tell me that wouldn't catch a crappie. I mean, that just looks money. It's ribbed. As you can see, it's ribbed. You got a split tail. It feels good. It's very soft. I think that's got some super good crappie potential there. It's Big Bite Baits. From the looks of it, you knocked it out of the park. We'll see though, trying it out. It can look good, but you never know. We have more from Big Bite Baits. This is a swim jig with a Gamakatsu hook. So, I personally have not used many swim jigs in my life. This is a half ounce real deal deflection swim jig. Shad color. Color looks amazing. It's got a weed guard on it as well, it looks like. There's a couple things that I don't really use a lot when it comes to, I'm not going to say a couple. There's probably a lot that I don't use for bass fishing and stuff in general, because I grew up on the basics. Soft plastic worms, couple different creature baits, but mainly worms. So I don't go crazy on a lot of other stuff, but that's why this box is nice, because it gives you the possibility of trying new things that you wouldn't go out and buy yourself. Because if you're like me, you're stuck in your set way and you don't like going out of it. But now when you're fishing, you've got a variety of baits, you're more inclined to try different baits, especially if you're not catching anything. So hopefully I can get around to casting this guy. And we have one more bait left, and it is from Dockside, made in USA. Love that. Some of these other baits are also made in the USA. Dockside, little creature bait. I don't know what they call this one, but it's a little creature bait. They have their stuff on the back. You can follow them. Established in 2020. Get one of these out so you can get a look at it. A little creature, some aquatic bait, I guess. Hopefully you guys can see that. It is like a monkey milk color. They don't really doesn't really say on this one the color or what it is. It's just got their branding on it. I'm sure that could 100% catch a panfish though. And that is it for the month of August. So month of August, we've got swim jig, spinnerbait by Monster Bass, big bites, some Dockside, 2 different crankbaits, a deep diver, and I would say probably about your average one. It doesn't say a depth, but I'm guessing 3 to 5. Colors look amazing. Some hooks for some panfish, which are always needed. You can never have too many hooks. And my favorite thing in this bag, some curly tails. This is also proudly made in America, apparently by U.S. veterans, so that's pretty cool. I like that a lot too. Not for human consumption, for bass consumption, which I know for a fact bass will destroy those. And you got your stickers. Again, if you guys didn't get to see those in the front, hopefully, or in the beginning of the video, hopefully you can see that. Your pamphlet for reading, put it next to the toilet, act like you're going to read it. Put it on your coffee table, act like you're a intellectual when you have people over, when you're not. Maybe I'll put it up next to my books that I never read, but I've got a couple books, but people might think I read if they come over. Yeah, so that's it for the month of August. That is the Monster Bass edition for the month. Some good baits in there. Can't wait to try them out. And stay tuned for more videos.